If you're thinking about moving to Austin, Texas, you might be currently living in an area where if you wanted to live in a great, safe neighborhood, you wanted a luxury home just like this in an amazing school district, you would easily have to pay $10, $15, $20 million, easily. But I'm gonna take you through this home that's for sale in one of Austin's most popular suburbs. You're gonna be absolutely stunned at how much one of these houses cost. So, without further ado, let's head in and check it out. All right, so you're gonna see some amazing features sprinkled all throughout this house and all throughout this neighborhood. I cannot wait to show you every single bit of it. All right, so right when you walk in the front door, which even just the front doors are these kind of big see-through beefy doors, all right? Very impressive. So right when you walk into the house, there's really two things that I'm super excited to show you. So the first thing, I'm gonna hang a left and we've got a study. Okay, now I've seen a lot of studies, a lot of offices in my day, but this one is so cool. I love the extensive built-ins that they have on two of the walls. Great natural light coming in from the front, and just some really cool kind of custom wood details in addition to the chandelier here or this light fixture. And Aaron, my video guy, he was just joking earlier that apparently when you buy this house, you also get the county library. Just joking, you don't actually get the county library, but I thought that was pretty funny. Okay, now before we really take you straight into the heart here, another sweet feature that I have hardly ever seen in any home is an actual wine room. So I see little sections of pantries or a little section of the kitchen where there's a wine cooler. This is a straight up wine room. So you got these glass doors looking out to the rest of the home. You got these extensive wine racks here, which I decided to bring in my personal wine collection to show you guys today. Just kidding. And then down here, you've got these wine coolers. So if you're a fan of wine, you're probably gonna be a fan of this house. So if this type of upgrade is something that's important to you, you definitely need to let us know so we can point you in the right direction. Okay, now, coming straight out of the wine room, we've got this big, humongously tall ceiling dining area. Again, this is not necessarily a dining room, but it's just kind of a dining area. You got this 8-seater big dining table here. You got plenty of space. I love these big sliding glass doors looking straight out onto the backyard. These beautiful hill country lake views, which we'll get to here in just a few minutes. But yeah, and you got this balcony area that looks out to the upstairs, which kind of helps you achieve this incredibly tall ceiling. Okay, now let's head into the kitchen. This is our first Aaron sighting of the day.
Let's go.
Aaron sighting number 1.
Aaron counter 1.
Aaron counter 1. Okay, so stepping into the kitchen here, a couple really cool things I want to point out. You got this big island here with these 4 bar stools on the dining room side of the island, and then a very impressive kitchen with tons of great appliances, great upgrades. But you know what? I'm not an appliance person, so I don't even know what brand this is. What brand is this? Check it out. We're gonna show you some cool B-roll and you can see the kitchen for yourself. But yeah, tons of storage in this kitchen, big island. I could totally imagine just kids doing their homework at the island, feeding them breakfast before school as they scope out all the wine in the wine room. I'm just kidding. Okay, and then right over here on the other side of the kitchen, we've got this big pantry area. Honestly, when I first walked into this house, I was like, where's the pantry? They don't have a pantry in this big luxury house? And then boom, here's this huge pantry, tons of storage, tons of shelving in here, super impressive pantry. I absolutely love it. All right, and then over here on the other side of the kitchen, this is where the little mudroom, utility room here with a sink, plenty of space for whatever washer and dryer you would want. I'm not gonna go back there, we're gonna check that out later. And then right here on the other side of the mudroom is where your first 2-car garage would be. Or no, actually, it might be a 1-car garage. It's either a 1 or 2-car garage, I can't remember. Oh, and then right here, you've got this espresso machine here. What brand is this? For the life of me, I cannot remember what that symbol is. If you know what that symbol is, let me know down in the comments. Now let's walk past the kitchen here into this really sweet, sexy living room, okay? So a couple things I really love about this living room. First, you've got this fireplace with the tile all the way up to the ceiling. Tons of natural light. I mean, look at these windows all around me here, looking onto those hill country views. Plenty of room for a sectional, some chairs, just like they have it set up right here. Before we go to the backyard though, let's check out the master suite. All right, so you walk in the doorway, to the master, and this is a massive master bedroom. So they've got a king size bed going on here, just to give you an idea of the scale of the space. I really like this little custom detail. By the way, I didn't say this before, but this is actually one of our favorite builders in the Central Texas area. They do homes a couple different ways. So they've got inventory homes, they've got like kind of build to your specification homes, and they also do like very custom homes. Now, they will build you a custom home. Is custom that it has to be to their specifications, it has to fit the specifications of the neighborhood and the architectural review committee, but they will essentially literally build you a custom home on your lot if that's something that you want to do. Always love a door out to the backyard, but like love the tray ceiling, love the light fixture, like very impressive master bedroom. I have zero complaints. Then tucked away in here, a couple cool things I want to show you. We've got the master bathroom. So we've got double vanities on either side of the entrance, huge mirrors. Hey Barrett, if this were my family, this would be hers. This would be his, because this one has a smaller mirror. You got this kind of standalone, I would call it, tub here, just kind of like attached to the shower. And then y'all, this freaking shower is massive. Okay, so I was talking to the builder earlier, and at this community, they actually call this shower the car wash, because like you could seriously fit a small car in the shower and have it washed. Now, I don't know anyone that needs a shower this big, but like if I could have it, I would want it. Like it's pretty stinking cool. Okay, so I always joke that this isn't a walk-in shower, this is a walk-through shower. So you walk in one side, out the other, right? Then we got commode room in here. Let's do a legroom check. Oh yeah, guys, plenty of legroom. If there's legroom for me, there's legroom for you, okay? Now, on the opposite side of the bathroom, you've got this master closet, and like, let me just see if I can show you everything. So you got hanging rods right here. Let's close this door. You got these like shoe shelves right here. Like what? My mom would literally kill somebody to have these shoe racks. Like this is amazing. You got this built-in shelf with the drawers here, tons of storage. You got another shoe rack, so you got more shelves up here. Hanging rods, you got a whole wall of storage here, and then you kind of got his area over here. So more shoe racks, more shelves, just tons of storage. This is ridiculous. Okay, all right, now we got hallway closet, coat closet. In here you've got the second 2-car garage. So I believe the other garage was a 1-car and this is a 2-car, but I'll try to verify that by the end of the video. And now we're back in the utility area, mud room, coming right back through the back side of the kitchen. Okay, that's almost everything downstairs. But first, let's head out to the backyard, because again, some really cool stuff out here. So you got these kind of like accordion doors here. I always love that. So like when the weather's really nice here, it's honestly turned into a pretty beautiful day here in Austin, Texas. If it's like a really pretty day, you could easily just have those wide open and it's kind of like an open air kind of living situation. So right out here, you got this kind of like little courtyard area, have a little seating area. Again, when the weather's nice, the sun's out, look over to the lake. You just got a really sweet view out here. In the morning, I'd love to have coffee out here. But you keep going through and you've actually got this like covered kind of dining area. They've got it set up with a 6-seater, plenty of space there. And before we get to the pool, you also have this kind of outdoor kitchen area. I really like the outdoor kitchen setup with the little bar stools over here looking onto the side yard, and just like, look at this side yard. Like this side yard is absolutely massive. And so one thing I haven't mentioned yet, this builder in this community, the minimum lot size they have here is a 1/2 acre, and they go up to about 3/4 of an acre. So really big, generously sized lots out here. So in this community, you're gonna get luxury homes, great lake or hill country views, but something that you're also gonna get a lot of that we don't see a ton in the Austin area is privacy, okay? So if that's something that's important to you, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd love to hook you up with all the information about this community, about this town, about this builder. And I mean, like, who wouldn't want this? Come on now. Okay, so right here towards kind of the back middle of the backyard, you've got this great pool. This like, I think this is an infinity edge pool. What's an infinity? Do I look like a pool maker, people? I don't know. But regardless, it looks out onto the hill country. Absolutely beautiful. And then right over here, kind of like hidden, tucked away, you've got like an extra, like little, I say little, this is significantly larger than my entire yard. But like this little tucked away side yard over here, honestly, I know a lot of people who would put a pickleball court over there. That's kind of like the popular thing to do right now, and I totally get it because pickleball's a blast. But I'm more of a tennis player. I play the real thing, all right? Just kidding. I don't judge you pickleball players. If you want to play pickleball, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'll play pickleball with you, all right? Okay, let's head back inside. Shut these doors. I'm telling you, man, these doors are beefy, okay? Before I head upstairs too, look at this wallpaper. Just this wallpaper mirror situation here in the dining room, like chef's kiss, you guys. So let's head upstairs, but first, there is another bedroom tucked away back here. I'm assuming this would be for guests for the most part. It's the only secondary bedroom that's downstairs, but a kid, an aging parent, kind of multi-generational living, like could easily stay/live down here. Okay, but good size bedroom. I will say the way it's laid out, you probably won't want to put more than a queen size bed in here. So it's something you just need to keep in mind. Closet in there, trust me. And then right in here, we've got an attached, so ensuite bathroom. That's what ensuite bathroom means, by the way. It just means attached. Great natural light coming into the bathroom because it looks out onto the backyard and the pool area. Single vanity, walk-in shower. Pretty standard stuff in here for a guest bath, but very tasteful, very quality, like very well appointed. All right. So you've got the master bathroom, you've got this guest bathroom, but like where do the actual guests go to the bathroom in this house? Well, right before you hit the stairs, wham, you've got this kind of, ooh, I love this tile. This really reminds me a lot of Mexico City. I love Mexico City. So yeah, again, very tasteful, very well appointed. Love the under the cabinet lighting here, floating shelves, like one of the best half baths I've ever seen. Okay, so that was everything downstairs. Just get one more look at that wine room. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Okay, let's head upstairs. All right, so a lot to see up here, some really cool stuff. Okay, so at the top of the stairs, Aaron siding, number 2, I think. Aaron siding. Okay, so at the top of the stairs here, like I said earlier, you've got this balcony that just kind of looks onto the main level. But let's hang a left and hit our first kind of guest or kids room here. Great natural light. I sound like a broken record here, like views out to the hill country, just absolutely gorgeous, okay? They have this set up kind of like a little girl's room. It's got an ensuite or attached bathroom here. So shower tub combo, toilet, sink. Let's do a little closet check. Closet check. Ooh, I get this closet an A-. That's a good thing. It's a good score for me. All right, so then out here, you've got a patio connected to this kid's room. One thing I love about this builder, they kind of have these little like patio breezeways that go from like one section of the upstairs to another. Aaron and I were up here earlier and I was just like, I would eat up here. I would drink coffee up here. I would sleep up here. I would work up here. I would pray up here. Like, shoot. Like, if I lived in this house when one of my kids was born, my wife could have given birth up here. Like that, no, I'm just kidding, that'd be weird. But it's just, our kids were born in our house, by the way. But yeah, I just think that's like a really cool feature of that this builder throws in a lot of their houses, okay? So I'm going over this little bridgeway to the next part, the next section of the upstairs. And before I show you some of my favorite parts of the house, let's come in here. This is just like a very standard bedroom. It looks like the builder kind of uses it as a little conference room right now, but simple room. Probably gonna wanna put a queen size bed in here. That's about it. And then right across the hallway from that room is a full bathroom that guests would use because this bathroom is not connected to a bedroom. So if guests were up here, they would probably use this bathroom. Nice, I love that tile. Dang, tile on 3 sides all the way up to the ceiling. Are you kidding me? That is sensational. Okay, but again, very tasteful, very well appointed bathroom here. Now I'm gonna go down this little hall and you know what? I'm gonna walk through the game room, through a couple cool parts of this house, straight into the other bedroom. Okay, so here's another bedroom. You could easily fit a king size bed in here, like absolutely no problem. Attached ensuite bathroom, tile up to the ceiling, shower tub combo, pretty simple stuff. Now this closet, for a guest or a kid's closet, I'm gonna give this closet an A+. I'll give this closet an A, right? Plenty of space in here, like nice touch builder, we love you. All right, now, right off of this bedroom is the upstairs game room. We've also got Aaron's siding number 3. All right, booyah, Grandma. Oh, by the way, speaking of Grandma, earlier we were talking to the builder. Aaron, come here for this. Okay. Earlier we were talking to the builder and she was like, hey, what's the story with you guys? Like me and Aaron. She goes, are you guys like father and son team? And I was like, yes, we are.
He birthed me.
I had Aaron when I was 14 years old. No, I'm just kidding. I am not Aaron's daddy, technically, not like literally. But anyway, in some way, I thought that was hilarious. Anyway, big windows out here looking out onto these great views. But yeah, like it's funny, they have this set up with a big TV right here. I would not do that, and I'll tell you why here in just a minute. I would probably put like a pool table, ping pong table out here, maybe even just have it as like a sitting area or something. And oh, you know what? On the other side of this game room, you've got the other side of this like outdoor patio. And so right over there on the other side of the patio is where that first kids room would be. And again, this is looking down to like the outdoor seating area. And then over here, looking down to the pool and these freaking awesome views. Like guys, you move to Texas, this is what you can get. This could be yours, okay? If you want it to be yours, let us know, seriously. Okay, now, something that I passed by when I walked through the game room earlier was this, and this is why I would not have a TV in the game room, because in this house you have your own dedicated, super cozy, super sleek media room, okay? Now, so I've actually shown this builder on this YouTube channel before, and then my team has actually shown this builder to clients of ours. One of our clients' favorite things about this builder is the way they do their media rooms. So nice, big, dark, like who would not want to watch Forrest Gump in this room? Aaron could watch the Rocket League finals in this room and it would be fantastic. But yeah, also love this little like bar area over here. Like guys, like really, really nice touches. And again, y'all, like I want to just say one of the reasons we love this builder so much is I feel like they have thought of everything. Like they put so much thought into their finish outs. They put so much thought into their fixtures, and you don't have to build a custom home with this builder, but like you kind of will feel like it is a custom home when you buy a home in this community from this builder. All right, let's talk about some pricing. But before we do that, you obviously want to know, where the heck are we? So today we are in the beautiful West Austin suburb of Lakeway. Okay, so Lakeway, a little bit about Lakeway. So it's definitely one of the most popular suburbs of Austin for a couple different reasons. I would say the biggest reason is that the school district here is incredible, or I should say it is rated incredibly high, okay? And that if you're living out here, your kids are gonna be zoned to Lake Travis ISD. I mean, every year, Lake Travis ISD gets voted one of the top 3 school districts in all of Central Texas, and there are tons of school districts in Central Texas, okay? One of the main reasons for that is obviously their academics, but also their sports. So a lot of elite athletes come out of Lake Travis. Like we have had clients who will move out here just so that their kids can compete in Lake Travis ISD sports. So they're really big on football, baseball, swimming, soccer, and a lot of other sports, okay? Another reason that a lot of people like to move out here is for the affordability relative to the city of Austin. So again, here in just a minute, we're gonna talk about the pricing of this home as well as a lot of the other homes that the builder has on offer here in this neighborhood. And I think if you keep in mind that again, in New York, LA, this home would easily be 10, 15, $20 million. And even in the city of Austin, this home would easily be $6, $7 million. And those are not the prices out here right now. So a lot of people come out here for luxury homes. They love the hill country views. They love the amenities. Like I was talking to one of the builders out here earlier, and what did he say? He said, this community, like in Lakeway, reminds me of like Disney without the gates. All right. I was like, what do you mean about that? And he was just telling me about all the crazy amenities that they have on offer here. And so like, I wrote them all down. So first off, you've got Lake Travis. Okay. So Lake Travis is a massive lake. It's not a constant level lake. So right now it's a little bit low, but I've been out here before when it's really high and it's absolutely gorgeous. And here in Lakeway, you've got more than 30 miles of shoreline that you can access if you live out here. This neighborhood has a marina. So if you are a member of the HOA in this specific community, this isn't necessarily Lakeway, it's just this community. Your HOA payment is going to be about $210 a month, but you get access to the marina here, which has a pool. It even has like food service at the pool. You have access to the Canyon Grill. And so like, it seriously is like living in a little resort out here. Not even a little resort. It's like living in an actual huge resort out here. They've also got like a massive world-class gym right next to the arena. And on top of the pool at the marina, you've also got 3 additional pools. So they've got a toddler pool, there's an adults only pool, and then there's like kind of a general pool for the neighborhood. One of them is an infinity pool with a lazy river around it. Like, this is a place where so many like people in so many demographics could come out here and just really love it and soak it all up and really appreciate it. So like, literally, we've talked to our clients who have moved out here before, and they just feel like walking down to the pool, they're like, this is ridiculous. Like, I kind of feel like I'm on vacation every day, but this is where I live. And just like any resort style community out here, you've got tennis courts, pickleball courts, basketball courts, and you've got over 22 miles of dedicated trails just in this neighborhood. So people who are going to move out here to Lakeway and in this specific neighborhood that we're in right now are going to be people who are probably pretty family oriented. They're very community oriented, but also like they love the outdoors. They want to be by the lake. They want to be surrounded by the hills. They want to have access to trails and things like that. Okay, so now let's just get back to Lakeway in general. So one thing you're gonna wanna know about Lakeway is that, you know, culturally, politically, most people here lean pretty conservative. And a lot of people find that really surprising who have never been to Austin or never like even ventured outside of Austin a little bit. A lot of people think that Austin is just universally liberal, and they think that that kind of branches out and applies to all the surrounding suburbs, but it definitely does not. Like, honestly, and this might be a good thing or a bad thing to you. I don't know. You might love it, you might hate it, but it is what it is. A lot of the not all, but a lot of the surrounding suburbs in Austin are honestly, I'm from Texas, like they're some of the most conservative areas of Texas that I've ever experienced. And I would definitely say a lot of people in Lakeway just kind of pride themselves on being conservative Republicans. And something that's really cool about Lakeway that you don't really get much in like the downtown central city core of Austin is these views. So like, I know a lot of people who move here from California, like they kind of feel at home here because it's like beautiful hills, you've got the water, just like really beautiful luxury custom homes. And so that's kind of a vibe that you're gonna get out here, at least kind of aesthetically. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about this specific neighborhood. So the neighborhood that we're in right now is a huge neighborhood out here in Lakeway, and they've got about 2,000 home sites, like buildable home sites, and about 1,900 of them have already been sold, they've already been built on. So they only have 100 buildable sites out here that haven't been built on yet. And some of those are like owned by private individuals and they might never plan on building them. So the community, the specific, like you have to think about it this way. So there's Lakeway, the giant suburb. Within Lakeway is another bigger neighborhood that we're inside of right now. And this neighborhood has about 20 subsections, like little subdivisions of the neighborhood. And so the builder that we're in right now, they kind of run 2 subdivisions of the larger neighborhood, if that makes sense. And this builder only has 25 lots available to sell, okay? And so far they've sold about 60 and there are 25 left. So I really mean when I say, if you're looking and you're a liking, just like we do, you really have to get a hold of us because, you know, in the next year, at least in the next 2 years, these opportunities are going to disappear, and the only opportunity you're going to be able to have in this amazing award-winning neighborhood in this great suburb is going to be either renting something or buying a resale, which just means like an existing home. Now, in terms of commute to downtown Austin from here, it's going to be about 35 minutes, and your commute to the Austin Bergstrom International Airport is going to be about 45 minutes. But I'm going to tell you right now, one of the dings, like one of the big negatives about Lakeway, is that you really only have Highway 620 to get in and out of town. It's mostly 2 lanes. I think it even goes down to 1 lane at some point. And like the traffic can be terrible if the traffic isn't perfect. So like I've been out there before, I've been out here where there's like 1 car stalled out on the side of the road, like has a flat tire or something. And it can increase your commute by like 20 to 30 minutes because everything is so backed up. And it's really aggravating. It's not gonna be like that forever, but for now, 620 is kind of the only way in and out of town. So if you don't mind a commute, this area could be great for you. And if you do mind a commute, you're gonna hate this area. Now, I'm not really gonna get super into shopping and retail and everything because suffice to say, you pretty much have access to anything you could possibly want out here. Great grocery stores, great retail. You've got the Hill Country Galleria, which is like an upscale outdoor kind of outlet mall, just right down the road. So again, anything you could ever want, you're gonna be just fine. Now, right before we talk about pricing of these homes, a quick note on property taxes. The property tax rate out here is gonna be about 2.01%, which is a little bit on the low side, which is a good thing. A little bit on the low side compared to most of the city of Austin, so something to keep in mind. Okay, it is now time to talk about some pricing, and that is why you all came here, right? So let's get into it. So like I said, this builder only has 25 possible home sites left. There's only about 20 that have a proper lake view. The rest have some sort of hill country view, but like the reason that I mention this is that there's gonna be a lot of different factors at play when it comes to pricing, right? Like what upgrades do you want to do? What customizations do you want to do? What exact lot do you want to build on? Because each lot is going to come with some sort of lot premium. If it is a premium lot. So a Lakeview lot is going to be more than just like an interior street lot, right? So keep that in mind with a lot of these prices that I'm gonna run by you here. Okay, so if you love what you're seeing and you're like, Barrett, what is the absolute cheapest house you can get me in this neighborhood? And I've got this all pulled up here. I got my phone, I got my stats, because I can't remember all this stuff, y'all. Who can? Okay, so if you wanted to build a home out here, cheap as possible, you could build a 2-story home that is 4,104 square feet. It's 4 to 5 bathrooms and 4 to 5 bedrooms, depending on how you structure some things. It's also got 1 half bath and a 3-car garage, okay? Now, the base price of that home is gonna be right around $1.75 million. Now, I always say this, almost no one is ever gonna build the actual base model of a home because it's just gonna look really sad, okay? So go ahead and plan on putting about 8 to 10% of upgrades. So in that home, you're gonna put about like $150,000 to $175,000 of upgrades into that home to make it exactly what you like, okay? Now, before we talk about this model, let's talk about the biggest house that you could possibly build out here, okay? So the biggest house you could build is right about like 5,000 to 5,200 square feet. Again, depending on what kind of upgrades you're gonna do. 2 stories, 4 to 5 bathrooms, 4 to 5 bedrooms as well. 1 half bath with a 3 to 4 car garage, depending on options. And that home is gonna run you about $2,050,000. So you're probably gonna put about $200,000 of upgrades into that home. So like the biggest house with the most sensible, well-placed upgrades, the most you're gonna pay out here is about $2.2 million. And that's without any sort of lot premium, very basic, sensible upgrades. Now, on that note, I mean, this builder does have inventory homes that are currently available. That just means like they've already built it. They're just waiting to sell it to someone like you. For example, like here's a crazy Mac Daddy home. They've got a 5,285 square foot home. It's got 2 stories, 5 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, 3-car garage, pretty much, you know, game room, media room, walk-in closets, deluxe gourmet kitchen. Like they put tons of upgrades into this house, and it is selling right now for $2.5 million. So you really can go crazy if you want to put tons of upgrades into your house. All all right? Okay, now let's talk about this specific model home. Okay, so I always say this in these videos, but you have to keep in mind that every builder's model home is like a showroom, a showcase of every single possible upgrade that you could ever conceive of to put inside of your home with this builder. So that is what this model is. No one is gonna build their home exactly like this model is, okay? But the very base price, so with all the upgrades stripped out of this home, which keep in mind, you got the pool, the outdoor kitchen, landscaping upgrades are like hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay? So if you stripped out all the upgrades, 0 lot premium, this plan is gonna run you about $1.95 million. And I just talked to the builder and I was like, hey, what would this model cost with every single upgrade that you see? And he was like, you know, this model with every single upgrade that's here, with even the furniture, is gonna run you right about $2.5 million. So there's over $500,000 of upgrades in this house. And again, most of that is exterior, pool, landscaping upgrades and things like that. But if you're interested in getting some tours of some of our other favorite neighborhoods in the Austin area, check out that playlist right here. But if you want to know how Lakeway fits into the context of the greater Austin area in general, take a look at our full map tours playlist right there.